Go ahead and think for a moment about your very favorite food. What is it? Pizza, macaroni and cheese, chicken salad, sushi? Well, we all have different food preferences, but food is a source of large molecules that are needed for life, called biomolecules. There are four major biomolecules that make up all of life, and this will be the focus of this video.
Before we get into details about the four biomolecules, we need to talk about one very important vocabulary word, the word monomer. A monomer is a building block. If I had some large substance, the parts that make up that substance are called monomers. Just like building blocks, we're going to talk a lot about monomers today because we need to understand what the biomolecules are made of. And we need to understand biomolecules because they are building components of life.
So let's introduce the four biomolecules, how, and talk a little bit about their function. We'll start with carbohydrates. Carbs. Well, carbs are something you have probably heard about when people are talking about diets. You know, they try to go low carbs, or maybe they want a lot of carbs. Diet always come and go. These pasta and breads are example of foods heavy and carbohydrates. Carbs are actually a very important source of energy. In fact, that's one of the big functions of carbs. They are great, fast source of energy. If you were a marathon runner, you might want to eat a lot of carbs the night before a race. Lots of a marathon runner do this. It's called pasta loading. They ate a big pasta dinner the night before they go out on their marathon. Now, crabs have a monomers. Again, remember, monomers are building blocks. The monomers for a crabs is called a monosaccharides. I know that's a big mouthful, but monosaccharides make up carbohydrates.
Lipids are a group of hydrophobic biomolecules that play important roles in living organisms. While the primary function of lipids is long-term energy, lipids are also used for protection, insulation, and lubrication. They also act as precursors for some hormones and are key component of cell membranes. There are four types of lipids: triglycerides, phospholipids, steroids, and waxes.
Proteins are an essential part of the human diet. They are found in a variety of foods like eggs, dairy, seafood, legumes, meats, nuts, and seeds. Regardless of the source, the protein that we eat gets broken down and reformed into new proteins in our bodies. These proteins do everything from fighting infections to helping cells divide, a chain of amino acids bound to one another by peptide.
Nucleic acids are a class of biomolecules that are found in all living organisms and are responsible for storage and genetic information. They are also responsible for protein and synthesis. Nucleic acids are made up of monomers called nucleotides. Nucleotides are made of three components: a 5-carbon sugar, such as ribose, a phosphate function group, and a nitrogenous base. The 5-carbon sugar present in a DNA is deoxyribose, and 4 nitrogenous bases are adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. Nucleotides are linked together by dehydration synthesis and polymerization reactions between the sugar and one nucleotide. Is a process a sugar phosphate backbone is formed, linking the nucleotides together. Notice how the nitrogenous bases project of one side to the backbone. DNA is composed of two strands arranged as right-handed. The strands are one antiparallel, meaning that they are oriented in opposite directions. The two strands are held together by hydrogen bonds. Guanine forms hydrogen bonds with cytosine, and adenine bonds with thymine. This complementary base pairing links the strands together.